So let's start right from the beginning and just see this through. And I'll just do sets of 3 with this. So sinking into your right foot for the rocking motion, foot comes straight out, straight up and down and underneath your hip. So not that same kind of turning out on the ball of your foot, although that will get you there as well. But typically with this one, you just sort of pick up. It's a good practice to kind of pick up and your foot comes down more straightforward. Your hands now are still in that position of the starting position. And now you're going to go back on your heels a bit. Your hands are going to come back, scoop onto the balls of your feet, up in front of your chest. Back, up on the balls of your feet. And this will be our 3rd time. And we're going to call this the end of this particular one. So we're going to sink into that right leg, come up, and rest. Now for the second one, the bird flaps its wings, we'll still stay with its group of 3 because it's a little bit shorter, so it's easy to set in that way. So we grab into the energy ball, feel that connection, release it down onto the balls of the feet, flicking out with your fingers. 2nd time, and just let it sink through your body. And the 3rd time around the circle, once, twice, and charge build up. Release and sink, flicking with the fingers. It's like you're just letting that charge that was the ball flick out through your fingers. 2, gather, and then around bottom, and then around the top. Bottom across the back and over the top, and in. And one more time. Flick, flick, and bottom, back, over the top once, and in, and then up above the belt line. Come to your gentle resting position. Look for that slight sinking into the stool, and drop in. So there's 2. Now the next one is our first platter. So we're sinking into the right leg. Now we turn out on the ball of the foot, the heel comes out, and step forward with your lower back flattened a bit. Your hands have come up, and you're going out over the front leg, so that's the left shoulder, 1. And start to find the feel of that heavy air through the back of the palms of your hands. 3. And so that's 3. I'm going to do 1 more because I've been talking and I didn't give you a chance to organize. We'll go around 1 more time. And flatten in your lower back. Step up. Wait for the sinking. This is as important as any move that you do, is finding that chance to integrate, to let it sink a little bit. Then into the left leg, turn out on the right foot, over top of the right leg, so in front of the right shoulder, as you go forward over the forward leg. And 3, and we'll do 1 more just so you can really have a chance to feel this. And back onto the back leg, and resting position. And then once more we sink into the right leg, turn out on the left ball of the foot. Your hands are in that same kind of position. They come up in that same kind of position as you were for the first platter, except this time you're gathering the ball over top of that shoulder, left shoulder, and back over the back foot. Forward over the leading front foot, back over the back foot. Heel getting lifted on the back foot. Toe getting lifted on the front foot. 1 more time. Heel getting lifted on the back foot. And then as you come back and toe comes up on the front foot, your lower back flattens and you come up. And let it rest. And then we sink into the right foot, left heel turns out, step forward with that foot, hands come up right in the center, and then as you go forward, over the right foot, over the right shoulder with your ball. Gather, gather, and one more time we'll do this. And back over the back foot, toe comes up on that right foot and resting position, letting that lower back just flatten out a bit. And then finally to come back to the what's called the cosmic consciousness pose, very 70s when this was first kind of organized for a bunch of people in New Mexico. So once again, you go up in the ball of your left foot, you turn externally, rotate with your hip so that your heel comes over top of the ankle bone of the right foot. Your hands come up, left hand on the inside, right hand on the outside, somewhere just below your nose, about where your mouth is. Let your chin drop a bit, so you're looking down at a slight angle, unfocused eyes. Then down into the Donchen area, see if you can kind of drop into the depths of that area somewhere in your lower abdomen, top of your pelvis, and just feel how you can kind of support this place for a moment. And then just come back out of it to your resting position. And then what I always find is so useful is to kind of, none of this is like my invention or anybody else's invention. It helps us connect with something greater than the world, the ecological or the spiritual, or however you imagine that world, and just to acknowledge that this is part of the web of the universe, just to kind of say, yeah, this is me connecting with something that's far greater than I am, and just to bow to that.